Hey, writers. I know that many of you have probably heard the term show, not tell, right? Well, it seems like my little brother has never heard that term before. So, yesterday he was trying to tell me about an issue that he had had with one of his friends, but all he kept saying was, "That's not fair." And I asked him, "Well, what's not fair?" And he said, she's not fair. And I know, you're probably just as confused as I was. And I kept wondering what he was talking about. So I asked him to give me an example of a way that his friend wasn't being fair. And then he went on to tell me that it's not fair that every time they play a game, his friend always gets to go first, and second, and third, and that he barely ever gets a chance to play. He said that this happens almost all the time. hmm And then I was able to understand what he was talking about. I was able to understand why he was so upset. And then I felt upset too. And I felt kind of like he did, like something needs to be done about this. So, writers, when you're writing your opinion pieces, you'll want to do the same things that I just helped my brother do. You'll want to show and tell about your opinion. Today, what I want to teach you is that when you are doing your opinion writing, you want to be sure to collect examples that can make your opinion come to life. That is, you'll want to choose the best, most convincing examples. Let me show you what I mean. Writers, I'm going to gather some examples to support my opinion that we need more diversity in our classroom libraries. Let's look at one category. For any big idea that we tell a reader, let's make sure to think of an example that shows the same thing. So let's take this line that I wrote in my piece about the importance of diverse classroom libraries. I said, kids need to see characters that look like people all over the world. This is a great way for readers to learn about and connect with people other than the people they see around them every day. I feel like that's a pretty good line and it's very important, but I'm telling the reader that it's important to learn about people other than the people that we see every day. But now I need to show them an example of this. Okay. Let me think of an example that would show this. Oh, I got one. I could say, for example, reading the book Tia Isa Wants a Car by Meg Medina taught me a lot about a culture other than mine. I learned a few new words in Spanish, like piscicorre, which is a type of car, and ridiculo, which, I bet you guessed it, means ridiculous. I also learned that many families that have moved to the United States from another country work hard to make a life here, but they also are working hard to maintain a connection with their home country. And now I'm hoping to find more books about other cultures so that I can learn even more. Writers, do you see how I gave a specific example to show what I'm telling the reader? Anytime you tell the reader something, you need to show that same thing using a specific example, such as an image or maybe a little story. Okay, so let's get started trying this work together. Will you reread what you wrote yesterday and find one place where you told the reader an important idea? Like when in my piece, I found that I had told the reader that kids need to see characters that look like other people in the world. But once you found a place where you told the reader something, will you put your finger on that place in your text? And then you want to try saying in your mind what you just told the reader. But this time, try adding an example and make sure you are as specific as possible in your example. Make the reader care with your example. You can pause the video and try it out right now. Okay, writers, remember, you will need a ton of evidence to convince people of your opinion. And the best speeches have all different kinds of evidence, including specific examples like stories or images. So you'll want to decide the best work for yourself today. How will you gather your evidence to support your opinion? Quickly, think in your mind, think in your head of the work that you want to do today. Be specific too. Maybe you'll think of one thing that you'll definitely want to do for your reader, and that's to show them and not just tell them. So today, are you going to gather lots of examples that show what you're thinking? Are you going to keep organizing your evidence into categories and then think of examples? What will you do today? What's your plan? Quick, jot down your plan for writing and get to it. Writers, off you go.